Yo, what's up, guys? OP the Beast here, back with another video, and we're doing our Premier League predictions, official ones. The very early doesn't really count, but these are my official one, and I have my original ones just pulled up, to see what I had before, and yeah. In 20th place, I have Luton Town, and I mean, same place I had them last time, and yeah, I don't think they've done really anything to improve their team to a point where I feel like they will survive. But honestly, as things stand, I think that's where they land. 19th place. Last time I had Everton. This time I have Wolves going 19th. Now the problem with the Wolves is they just lost Raul Jimenez. They lost. Wait. Yeah, they lost Raul Jimenez. They lost Ruben Neves. And I think they're going to struggle this season because they haven't really made any real improvements to the squad that I see getting them to the next level. And 18th, last time I had Sheffield. This time I also still have Sheffield. Now, again, same thing with, Sheffield, they just got promoted like Luton Town. I think they can. They are good enough to do, they could survive relegation. But then again, I don't think it'll happen. And I think they will honestly get relegated. But 17th place, last time I had Nottingham Forest. This time I actually have Everton. I had them 19th last time. This time I have them 17th. Sadly, surviving relegation again. I have nothing against Everton. It's just that they survived it the last 2 seasons by the edge of their teeth. Barely surviving it. And I have them pulling out a last-minute thing again this season. It has to be a streak of most last season survivals in history. 16th place, last time, I had Burnley. This time, I think I'm going to go Nottingham Forest. The team I had 17th, in fact, actually, no. 16th, I have Fulham. They lost Mitrovic. They replaced him with Raul Jimenez. I don't really think that's going to be a good enough replacement for them to finish high in the table. And, originally I had them 15th, so it's not really different. But, yeah, with them losing some key pieces, Willian is gone too. They've lost some key pieces, and, I think that's what's going to push them down to 16th. Now, in 15th place, I have, 15th place, I got to think about this. 15th place is where I have Nottingham Forest. They signed Alanga. They're signing a new keeper. And, I think they're signing Turner. They're having, they've had a pretty good transfer window. I can see them getting 17th. All right, let's do Luton 20th. Yeah, 19th, 20th, 19th, 18th, 17th, 16th. I can see them getting 15th. And, yeah, that's what I see. And 14th place, a team I originally had 16th, Burnley. Now, honestly, I'm not that one of those people that's on the Burnley train saying they can get mid-table. But I think they're going to be a good club. In fact, I think they're going to be a good club that could actually compete. Now, 13th. In fact, I'm going to... Wait. 13th, I'm going to go West Ham United. They just lost Declan Rice, and I think that's going to affect them. They haven't really done anything with the Declan Rice money. So I think, and they're gonna be playing Europa League football this season, which they're gonna have to go through. In fact, now that I'm saying it, I think they're gonna finish 14th with Burnley finishing 13th. And yeah, the fact that they're gonna be playing Europa League football, and I don't think they have the depth to play Europa League football and still contend greatly in the Premier League. So that takes us to mid-table, where 12th place is Crystal Palace. 12th place, Crystal Palace. Last time it appears I had them 8th. Is that true? There's no way that's true. 8th? Hold on. Last time, no, I had them 12th. Okay. They stay in the same place that they were in the first time. And yeah, I think 12th place is good, but they did lose Wilfred Zaha. They lost some key pieces this window. They're losing Olise probably. So yeah, I think with those key pieces lost, yeah, they'll kind of struggle. They lost Zaha, I think I already said that. So yeah, 11th place. It's crazy. It's Bournemouth again. Actually, now that I think about it, Bournemouth might be a bottom team, bro. Bournemouth, I think they have the ability to be a bottom team, but I also have them being a pretty good mid-table team. However, I think, Bournemouth, they're going to struggle a little this season. They're going to, I think they're going to start the season off well, and then they're going to start doing pretty bad throughout the end of the season, which is pretty much why I have them 11th. They're going to be, doing good, and then they're going to, fall off. But when I say pretty good, I don't mean, fighting for top 4. I mean, 6th place for, 10 games. And then the rest of the games, they're going to be inconsistent. That puts them down. 10th place, I have Brentford, who I had 9th place last time. And there's a reason I had them 9th place, because there's a team that I had 10th place that I'll tell you when we get to them. But Brentford, again, pretty good. They haven't really done anything of interest in this window, so I don't really see them, improving much. But I see them, mid-table, the middest of the table. So, yeah. 9th place, actually. 9th place. Yeah, Brighton. They lost McAllister. They're probably gonna lose Caicedo. They lost their goalkeeper to Davidson Sanchez. No, not Davidson Sanchez. They lost Sanchez, their goalkeeper, to Chelsea, and I haven't really seen them give any real good replacements for those losses. But then again, they are still a good team, which is why I have them 9th. But also playing Europa League football next season. Same thing I said about West Ham. They're going to have to be swapping through that. They're not used to it. They don't have the depth to do it. So that's why I have them 8th. 9th. But actual 8th place is Tottenham. Now, Tottenham are good, they might, if they lose Harry Kane, they could go below. Actually, but if they could go down to 10th, they could go down. But if they keep Harry Kane, I think 8th is very realistic for them, especially that's where they finished last year. Kane's on his last probably season in the Premier League before he moves to Bayern. But if he's going out on a free, maybe he comes to United because he wants to break the record. But yeah, we're not going to talk about Kane unless he actually leaves. But I think 8th place is a position where Tottenham is a really realistic position for them. And last time I had them 10th, expecting that they would lose Kane by this point. They haven't lost them yet. I think Bayern Munich said that they were going to get their last bid, and Fabrizio hasn't reported what happened with that last bid. But we're going to ignore it. We're going to, Tottenham 8th place. And yeah, 7th place. It's a team that finished 7th this season. It's Aston Villa. And the reason I have Villa 7th again, like all the other teams, they have to play Conference League. They have to balance through it. But they've actually improved this window. So it's the matter of the teams in front of you. Like, Villa are building something for the future, and I can see it. But the teams above them are just better. And that's why I have them 7th place. 6th place, low controversial. I got Newcastle. Newcastle will always just be a controversial team. Like they finished top 4 last season, but that's why I think they're going to finish 6th. Again, I know I'm repeating my words pretty much, but when you got to rotate through Champions League football, Premier League football, FA Cup football, Carabao Cup football, it's a lot. And especially for a new team that hasn't really played in these European competitions, I think they're going to have to prove themselves. All right, so next we have 5th place, and we're going to go Chelsea, who I originally had 7th. But, man, Pochettino is going to be a good manager for them. Jackson, preseason, he's been class, and Kunku. But then again, they did lose a lot of their pieces. They lost Mount, Havertz, Kante, Mendy. But they've pretty much done good to replace them. And I really see Chelsea, they're going to be back this season. Don't sleep on Chelsea. But 4th place, it's the same as last time. It's Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, and Man City. Well, the places stay the same. 4th place stays the same. Arsenal. Yeah, they got Rice. They got Timber. They got Havertz. But in front of when you look at the 3 teams above them, especially after what we've seen them do last season, you might think they're going to be better than last season. Liverpool had a bad season last year. United, I think, are just better, and they'll be more focused, especially because with all the drama United had last season, to finish 3rd is great. But still, I still see the Arsenal. I think it's going to be a 4-way title race until the last month, the last 2 months. Arsenal are going to fall out of it, and so will 3rd place. 3rd place, I have, hurts to say, but United. Like I said before, in my real predictions, had them 2nd. And I also said in that video that United could really change. They can go not being in the Europa League to actually winning the title, and or being, 4th or something. And ultimately they dropped down to 3rd. So yeah. And that means it's again, classic Liverpool versus City race, and it's hard to say. But I have. All right, let's do the champions. Drum roll, please. City are gonna win the league again. I'm sorry, man. Hurts to say, but City are gonna win the title again. They're gonna become the best club in English history. It sucks to say, but I really see it happening. However, these 2 teams are interchangeable. In fact, if I think about it, all right, let's just talk about both teams, and then I'll make a, you know what, let's put it down. No, you're not getting relegated. Can you, not put them back? All right, we'll put them both as champions, and then we'll see. Let's talk about Liverpool first. Let's talk about key losses. Have they had really any Key losses. Fabinho, Henderson, and yeah, that's pretty much it. They went to Saudi. So Fabinho, Henderson gone. Two midfielders. Henderson wasn't even really that, but Fabinho actually might be a missing piece. But they got that shizzle, that guy from Leipzig. They got McAllister, and they just got further depth for their team, which is going to be really important, especially in a title race with City. And I really think, yeah, they could title for the league. It would help if I knew all their signings, because I can't really get the ones that come to mind are McAllister and the Shizo. I don't know how to say your name, gang. Shizo. I'm not gonna search it up. I know there's a controller playing in the background. Ignore it. Shizo. Why am I not on D&D? Shizbo. Ah, that guy. You know who I'm talking about. They got Shizo Basley. They got McAllister. I know I said I wasn't gonna search it up, but I pretty much did. And yeah, those are their two main additions. And they lost a few key pieces. But yeah, I think that's their team. Man City, they lost a good amount of key pieces. They lost Ilkay Gundogan. They might lose Walker. They might lose Silva. They might lose Cancelo, but we're not going to talk about Cancelo since he was already pretty much gone. But they gained Gvardiol, Kovacic, and those are their main signings. And honestly, when you think about that, Gvardiol was class last season. And I actually think, as of right now, the team that will win the Premier League is Manchester City. I'm sorry, Liverpool. You're going to put up a good fight, but not good enough. And Manchester City are Premier League champions again for the fourth time in a row. And yeah, that's the video. That's my Premier League predictions. We'll react to this at the end of the season. We'll remake it for when the January window happens. But yeah, these are our official Premier League predictions. And yeah, it's been your boy Lil P, the Beast, and I'm out. Peace! Also to add, I had Liverpool third last time, and I had Man City champions. So yeah. Anyways, it's been your boy Lil P, the Beast again. I already said it, and I'm out. Peace!